Hey guys, this is Shane Davis from Youngstown State University here with Figure It Out Baseball. Today I'm going to do a coaching video, but also something that I think players can also look at to understand how we coach and how we receive information from our coaches. It's something that I talk about. It's a theory that we discuss in my interpersonal communications classes, and that theory is social exchange theory. I will go through the slides because I know there's a little bit of glare onto the TV, so if you can't see everything, don't be alarmed. I'll go through everything here. Essentially, what social exchange theory is it explains the transactions that we make when communicating. Where I think this is going to apply for us from a coaching standpoint, especially from what I've seen and remember of myself as a younger coach, is we look at coaching almost like we're a five-star general and we are barking orders and expecting guys, or I guess girls, but expecting our players to just take what we're saying as the gospel and move right ahead. Now, that's not how we communicate. That's not how we listen. Part of how we listen is, thinking about, am I giving this person more than I am getting in return? Unpacking what social exchange theory means, there are costs and rewards in any given relationship, and we are constantly weighing those costs versus those perceived rewards. Ultimately, we decide whether or not the work we put in is in balance with what we are receiving. Rewards are the outcomes that we get from a relationship that benefit us. In the coaching realm, that could be getting better as a player. It could be leaving the field feeling like I'm progressing towards getting better as a player. It could be seeing the results, just performing better. And I think there's a little bit of a difference between getting better and performing better. The costs are what we give from a coaching standpoint. Is that player just constantly listening to you prodding them all the time without maybe getting that reward in return? And everybody has that threshold that they're going to get to where, screw this guy, I'm done listening to him, because even if I do well, I'm not going to get that pat on the back. While it's okay to give and give and give, we all want to get sometimes. We've all been in or seen those relationships that are one way. It's no fun. Now, the way that I describe this and talk about it in my class is, I'm teaching at the junior college level, so, 18 to 20-year-old kids in class. They're allowed to bring in water, things like that. The way I describe it in class is, if there's one person sitting over here and one person sitting over here, if on day one I say, hey, I'm parched, can I have a glass, or can I have your water? He might throw it to me because I'm the teacher, he expects me to. Day two, hey, I'm parched again, sorry I forgot it. Can I have some water? He tosses it to me, I drink it. Day three, this one here might say, you know what? I'll give it to you today, but I expect water from you tomorrow. Pay me back. Well, while this girl over on this side of the room, I may ask on day one, and she may say, nah, you know what, I don't, I'm thirsty too, I'm not going to give it to you. And then there might be somebody in the middle of the class that if I asked on day one, they may not even ask for anything returned until the end of the semester. So, part of this is explaining that we need to understand our players or our students if we're teaching, our players' wants and needs. We've all had that player that's looking for constant reassurance. And we've also had that player that sometimes is quiet and kind of goes quietly about their work. And then, down the road, we've said, hey, you're doing a really good job. I like where you're going. And you kind of see that smile go on their face. That's that social exchange theory where that player that hadn't been hearing anything for a while and then finally gets that pat on the back, they may have been kind of had a hunger for that. So, I think this is important for us to understand, again, as a younger coach, understanding that part of the nuance to being an effective coach is understanding that it's not all about me, and I do have to, praise my players. I have to give harsh criticism to my players. But if it's always harsh criticism, or if it's always coaching and never, either rewarding with a compliment, or it could even be a reward to, ask how somebody's family's doing. If you don't bring that personal aspect to it and allow those players to feel like they are getting something in return for what they are giving you, eventually we're all going to hit that wall. And like I said, we've all been in those one-way relationships, and those are no fun. My email is available through our website. These communication theories that I'm sharing with you are things that I am really interested in and like talking about, so feel free to email me if you have any more questions or would like to discuss further. But once again, this is Shane Davis with Youngstown State University here with Figure It Out Baseball. Thanks for joining me.